Well, welcome back. And we are now reviewing chapter 10. Chapter 10. There's about 16 chapters in the book. And so we're going to get through all of them. Um, we're going to get through it. So, chapter 10, we're talking about persuasive messages, how to make those persuasive messages that get things done, that are believable. So, we're going to move on to the screen with, I'm going to share my screen with you, and we're going to get started. So, what we're going to learn in this chapter, we're going to describe the relationship between credibility and persuasion. We're also going to explain the aim planning process for persuasive messages and the basic components of most persuasive messages. We're going to explain how the tone and style of persuasive messages impact their influence. And then we're going to create compelling material, compelling internal persuasive messages, along with explaining how to influence professionals with various decision-making styles. We're going to compose influential external persuasive messages and construct effective mass sales messages. Finally, we will evaluate persuasive messages for effectiveness and fairness. Yes, that's a lot. So we got a lot to cover this time. So let's get started. The importance of credibility is in an era of mistrust and skepticism. And as you all know, we got the cancel culture going on right now. We have so many other things happening. We have disbelief, and even more so now in politicians and others. And so all of these things are causing challenges. As we saw, as I was talking to one of my classes about, there's we don't even trust our politicians. They're ranked low. They're down there with car salesmen. So all of this involved in the equation. So let's talk about the importance of credibility is heightened by the persuasive messages that we may have. Let's see, goals. The goal is to help the audience members identify with and find merit in your positions. The post-trust era is here. Applying the aim planning process in building persuasive messages. So persuasion involves A, analyzing your audience, knowing who it is in your audience or who you're going after, B, gathering the right information, and C, developing a message. So applying the AIM process in these messages, we understand, once you understand your audience, understand their wants, needs, and values, then you can persuade through shared purpose and shared values. That means credibility, caring, character, competence are all important here. And then you want to show people they are sincerely needed and appreciated. So by doing this, we understand methods of influence, which are reciprocation, consistency, social proof, liking, authority, and scarcity. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on these, how you see all of these panning out in communications. So persuade through emotion and reason. So resistance to ideas, products, and services is often emotional. Audience often possess strong emotional attachment to competing ideas, products, and services. By using logical appeal, we can get things done faster. So also we want to gather the right information to first establish credibility and then understand the products, services, and ideas in depth. So here are some components of persuasive messages. They gain attention, they raise a need, they deliver a solution, they provide a rationale, they validate the views, preferences, and concerns of others, they gain counterpoints and a call to action. So remember these, they gain attention, they raise a need, they deliver a solution, and provide a rationale. We're going to talk about that and see some examples as where this is concerned. So set up the message. Most business writing is direct and explicit. Persuasive messages are sometimes indirect and implicit. Tasks are gain attention, tie needs, solution and rationale together, tie them together, validation, and provide counterpoints, call to action. So here you go. Type of attention getter. Rhetorical question. Did you know that the average credit union members save $400 a year compared to bank customers? Intriguing statistics. In the past 5 years, we've lost over 200 members, over 10% of our membership. Compelling and unusual. You've probably heard car dealers boast about their near 0% interest rate, but there's a catch. By financing with car dealers, you give up your opportunity to receive manufacturers' rebates and your power to negotiate on the price. Challenge. Please join me, our team, in this year's Hope Walkathon and the fight against breast cancer. And then here's the testimonial one. I never knew I could have so much negotiating power with a pre-approved loan. By getting my car loan through Better Horizons, I negotiated a great deal with the car dealer. This is the way to buy cars. Testimonial, but it's getting the point across, right? Those were some great messages. Now, getting tone and style right for your persuasive messages includes apply the personal touch. Tell them something personal. Use action-oriented live language. Write with confidence. Offer choice and show positivity. So you voice appropriate cases. Use an external persuasion messages to emphasize reader benefits. Caution, presumptuousness, assuming you know what is good for someone else. Example, when you take out an auto loan, you get a variety of resources to help you in your car shopping, including a free copy of the Kelley Blue Book, access to free Carfax reports, mechanical breakdown insurance, and guaranteed auto protection. In this example, your voice helps show direct benefits to the customers. Overuse across entire message, however, may come across as presumptuous, overbearing, or exaggerated. We voice. Use the appropriate cases to use the we voices and internal persuasive messages to emphasize shared goals. Cautions though, presumptuousness, assuming you share common beliefs, ideas, and understandings with your colleagues. Here's an example. At Better Horizons, we've instilled a personal touch into every aspect of our business. We've enforced this culture with face-to-face services. Our tellers welcome members by name. When members come into the credit union, they know we care about them as people, not as customers. The warm, friendly, genuine, and personal approach we take to serving our customers is why I'm so proud to work here. Now, in this message, we voice instills a sense of shared values, priorities, goals. We voice can instill a strong sense of teamwork. When audience members have different perspectives, however, they may resent that you are stating agreements, you are stating agreement where it doesn't really exist. Now, here's the I voice. Appropriate cases is to use an all persuasive message sparingly. Caution, overuse implies self-centeredness. Examples. After examining the results of our credit unions, I am convinced that these tools can build emotional connections and loyalty with our customers, our members. In this example, I voice is used to show a personal opinion and shows respect for the audience members who are not yet fully persuaded. Frequent use of I voice across an entire message, however, may come across as emphasizing your interests rather than those of the audience. Interpersonal voice. So use in persuasive messages to emphasize objectivity and neutrality. Is caution here, overuse may depersonalize the message. So here's an example. The basic difference between credit unions and banks is that credit union members own and control their credit unions, whereas bank account holders have no stake or control in their financial institutions. In this example, impersonal voice helps show objectivity. An anti-persuasive message in impersonal voice, however, may fail to connect on a personal level with the audience. So here are some examples of making a tangible statement. Credit unions save about $8 billion a year thanks to the better interest rates and reduced fees versus, on average, credit union members save $400 each year compared to bank customers thanks to the lower loan rates and fees. This is a tangible benefit to the individual. Who cares about the bank and what they make every year? We care about what I get in return, or you get in return. And here are some more examples. In recent years, many credit unions have lost membership because younger individuals are not attracted to them. This is more effective. In the past 5 years, we've lost over 200 members, over 10% of our membership, and we simply aren't attracting younger members. Much better statement. Here's some others. We provide lower rates on car loans. Our car loans rates are between 1.5 and 1.75% points lower than at any of the banks in town. More effective would be you pay lower rates on our car loans. You get car loan rates at a better horizon that are 1.5 to 1.75% points lower than any other bank in town. Consider the savings. On 4 years, $15,000 new loan, you save $680. On a 4-year, $5,000 used car loan, you save about $200. This statement allows customers to easily think about how much savings they would receive by getting a car with better horizon. Okay, here are some more examples. Some more, and I want you to read through these and just stop each time, pause the presentation and review each of these. Okay? Malasky research asked consumers to identify which 3 pairs of phrases were more persuasive in promotional material. And here's what they got. More persuasive was making sure you have enough money as long as you live, making sure you can afford to maintain your lifestyle, and making sure you can participate in the games while reducing your downside risk. One was managing market risk, managing inflation risk, and managing longevity risk. But making it more persuasive meant writing out the sentence, okay? Not just telling me what it is, but telling me what I get in it. Now, here are some statements to avoid in this post-trust era. Trust me, or we speak your language. Unbelievable. Your call is important to us, and we care about our customers. Too good to be true. This is the right product for you, or we give you guaranteed results. Excuses. What you need to understand is our hands are tied. Really? Are they really tied? Explanations. This was taken out of context, and I can explain. Don't tell me something was taken out of context. Just explain it. Fear tactics. Are you concerned about the security of your family? Or act now, or you'll miss this opportunity. Stretch. Get rid of those people. Avoiding exaggeration and superlatives. We can see you can trust us at Better Horizon to make your financial dreams come true. It would be better to say, as a nonprofit member-controlled financial institution, Better Horizons can provide you with higher rates on savings accounts and better terms on loans and lower fees because we are a nonprofit. So avoid these superlatives and exaggerations. Creating internal persuasive messages includes common elements between internal and external messages. Here you go. Gain attention, raise a need, deliver a solution, provide rationale, show appreciation, and give counterpoints and call to action. So attention, overview of the business problem. External messages typically for products and services. It's a catchy statement. Need, description of a business problem, description of unmet needs or wants of your customers. Solution, describe how your idea or your policy addresses the business problem. External message, elaboration about why your product or service benefits customers. Rationale, internal message, elaboration about why your idea or policy is the best option. External, elaboration about why your product or service will benefit the customer. You see these benefits and needs versus the problem or idea solving. Appreciation, counterpoints, and actions all are great examples. Take time, stop the slide, stop the show, and watch these and give some thoughts. You may want to jot down some notes on some of these. So here's a less persuasive message. And you see it doesn't have any intangibles, gains attention ineffectively, financial planning. What are you talking about? Solution is vague and rationale is non-specific and likely exaggerated, fails to show validation of perspectives. It concludes with non-specific, perhaps insincere call to actions, and tone is bossy, not appreciative, or indifference. Okay? Creating internal persuasive messages includes, you need to focus on promoting ideas, more direct and explicit and based on logical appeals, all right? That's what we're doing. We need to understand basing things on logical appeals. So there are two types of influence of a superior and influence of employee. So taking initiative and showing persistence and adapting to various decision-making style requires persistence and initiative. Kessler's 5-point touch points include the sniff, the story, the data, the acts, and the close. That's the sniff, the story, the data, the acts, and the close. Williams and Miller's decision-making approaches include followers, charismatics, skeptics, thinkers, and controllers. Constructing external persuasive messages employ, you, voice, and describe tangible benefits. Benefits, as I stated earlier, are very important. What are the benefits of this? Should be personalized, upbeat, positive, and pressure-free. Avoid guilt trips and extremely negative terms. So when you're composing mass sales messages are sent to a large group of consumers and intended to market a product or service. Emails, online ads, or sales letters, low success rates. Benefits include less expensive than a hard copy sales letter, can raise brand awareness, and structure can be adjusted to increase sales rates. So structure, gain attention, generate interest, build desire, call to action. So central sales theme, a coherent, unified theme that consumers can recognize quickly. A common theme is price, more effective with a direct approach. So reviewing persuasive messages, we see that they can potentially provide you with more professional opportunities and enhanced credibility. We can also close off future opportunities and diminish our credibility. So do the following before you send a persuasive message. Get feedback and reread. Apply the FAIR test. So here you go on the FAIR test. You know our FAIR. How factual is your persuasive message? Give me the facts. Have you presented all the facts correctly? Have you presented information that allows colleagues, customers, and consumers to make informed decisions that are in the best interest of the customer? Have you carefully considered various interpretations of your data? And have you assessed the quality of your information? A, for access. How accessible or transparent are your motives, reasoning, and information? Are your motives clear, or will others perceive that you have a hidden agenda? Have you made yourself accessible to others so that they can learn more about your viewpoints? Have you fully disclosed information that colleagues, customers, or consumers should expect to receive? Are you hiding any information that casts your recommendations in a better light? Are you hiding real reasons for making certain claims or recommendations? Have you given stakeholders the opportunity to provide input in the decision-making process? I for impacts. How does your communication impact stakeholders? Have you carefully considered how your ideas, products, and services will impact colleagues, customers, and consumers? And have you made recommendations to colleagues, customers, and consumers that are the best in their best interests? Finally, respect. The R in fair. How respectful is your communication? If you were the customer or the colleague, would you feel that the tone of the message was appropriate? Let's see. Does the message offend or pressure? And does it show that your colleagues and customers' needs are important? And would a neutral observer consider your communication respectful? And that concludes our chapter 10. So these are great, guys. I mean, a lot of people, and I'm not going to kid you, a lot of people do not get this information right. And as such, we have to hire PR or communications people, experts to get things done for us. Sometimes doing that, the intended message may not get out, but the message they think is the best will get out. This is something that even for me, I have to really work toward, because to me, it takes a special skill to do a lot of the communication, or the skill really is sitting down, using the FAIR method with facts, issues, all of that, respect, all of that for your audience, and looking at it and diving into the details so that the information comes out the right way. A lot of times we are so in a pinch for time, we don't know exactly everything that needs to go into a messaging and all, and we'll outsource it to different people. But we want to be extremely careful with this and make sure that we understand the process, even if we're hiring somebody to get it done, that we understand how it goes. I think a lot of the things that we discussed already are things that pertain to how you communicate, period. Whether you're in a business, whether you're talking to a loved one at home, or you're talking to people at work, or you're talking to a client, or you're at church, or any other venue you happen to be at. All of this is great information to take in and absorb and use effectively. That's it for chapter 10.